I'm walking over, and it's almost to the end of the square. There's the end of the square. But what is really interesting is that that side is very, very close. This is just a little pickup. It's only 69 yards. That one, that side's a big hit. Don't be surprised if you don't see sides trying to target this fine leg and that deepened wicket. It's really inviting. Over here, you've seen those guys pick it up. Now, quickly, a little bit about the pitch. Always looks good in Dakar. There's less grass than yesterday, and my thinking is it's going to be a little slower than yesterday, meaning it's going to be hard to score, and it might turn a little bit. It'll be interesting to hear what the captains have to say. I've got the two captains out here with me. Shakatur Rahman is the match referee. Nice to see you, sir. Mamadullah, Mash. Right. You guys have sorted out your teams. Who's calling? Mash calling. Okay, you tossing. Right. Up she goes. Heads is the call from Mash. It's a head, Mash. Right, now before you say it, you've chased 4 times and won. What are you going to do?
Well, I like to ball again.
So predictable.
Yeah, I know. Wicket is very cheeky at the moment. You can't predict the wicket. That's the only problem. But normally, T20 always batting first, the good option. But wicket, we can't predict it. So if wicket is better, it's not going to change in later on.
Okay, now tell me about your wheels. How are you feeling?
Actually, I can't bowl. I mean, at the moment. So, but still, I'm doing my best or whatever I can. So, but bowling is my best option. But I couldn't at the moment.
Okay, I reckon you're 1 game away from qualifying. Is that right?
I hope so. I mean, I know a lot of teams is coming up with by the points, so don't know yet. But we got still 3 matches left, so hopefully we do our best and win the game.
Okay, how are your boys feeling? Are they up for it?
See, our boys, there's a lot of injuries going on at the moment. Kulasekaram is out today against his injuries. Dan Steven coming in, and Rabbi, he haven't played any game, and he's only 60% at the moment, but still we want him to play because we don't have any fast bowler at the moment. So a lot of injuries is going on in our side, but still we try hard and hopefully we'll do well.
What do you think of the track?
Track looks to me a bit harder today, but again, you can't predict, as I said before. Hopefully wicket looks to me a bit better than other few matches, but you never know.
Okay, well, good luck today, buddy.
Thanks.
Okay, you've had a look at the pitch, had a good look at it. What would you have done?
I did ball first, but seems like a very good wicket. Better than the yesterday one. Looks a quite hard wicket, so I think it will be a good wicket.
Now, tell me about yesterday's performance. Have you forgotten it?
I would like to, but I think yesterday was a bad day at the office. So I think, but hopefully we'll put up a good show today with the bat.
Any changes to your side?
We've got 1 change. Mohammad Sami has been taken rest, so Rayad Emrad is playing today.
And of course, you're hoping for the big fella to come out and hit some big sixes early on.
Yeah, hopefully he'll go big today.
Okay, well, good luck today. Well, there you have it. Comilla Victorians have won the toss. They're going to bowl first.
Interesting observations from the 2 captains regarding the wicket. Have a look at the side of Barisal Bulls, Chris Gill and even Lewis, hoping to get a better start than they did yesterday, and the overseas player. A change here. Rayad Emrad comes in for Mohammad Sami. So Sekar Persana is there, but it's the Bangladeshi players, Rani Talukdar, Shabir Rahman, Mehdi Maroof, who've got to really batten down and perform if they're going to make an impression today. So the team, just look at their playing 11. Imrul Kayas, fits and starts. His innings has been how much Azad will be depended on to give Imrul Kayas a start once they get on. The experienced Shoaib Malik is there. Darren Stevens comes in for Noon Kulasekaram. We also have this young man, Kamrul Islam Rabbi, in for Ariful Haq. Well, the Victorians won the toss and elected to field first. Alongside me, a very good afternoon to Alistair Campbell.
Afternoon, Shamim. Afternoon, everybody, wherever you are around the world tuning into this broadcast. Yeah, it's going to be a really good game. As mentioned earlier, both teams on 10 points, so whoever wins this game goes to 12 and is probably safe, you'd have to say. Don't think any of the other teams have enough games in hand to get up there and get to that 12 points. Comilla Victorians at number 1 position there, a net run rate a lot better at the moment at plus 0.64, and the Barisal Bulls there minus 0.88. they've got some work to do, and they've just got to put that game behind them. Yesterday you heard Mamadullah Riyad at the toss just saying, yeah, we want to forget about it. Just an awful day at the office, and they definitely want to set the record straight. They're going to have to do it tough again because they've lost the toss, and no doubt they would have elected to do exactly what Mashrafi said that he would do, and that's bowl first. Not sure how this pitch will play, and they're going to have to work it out, and work it out pretty quickly. Barisal has won 5 of their 7 games. We know that, and they're currently at 3rd position due to their net run rate, and they need the 1 win, and that'll put them at 12 points, and that should be safe. They can still qualify if they lose all their matches, and if the Select Superstars lose 1 of their matches. So permutations down the order, but they'd want to do it the right way, the proper way, get this victory and not have to worry about the games moving forward. Same with Comilla Victorians, and they're currently at the top of the table, and again they will just need that 1 victory and they should be fine, and they can still qualify, of course, if they lose all their matches, providing there's some losses from the Select Superstars. So it's going to be a cracker of a game, top of the table clash, really one to get your teeth stuck into. 2 sides that are probably well balanced. One side that's riding on a couple of victories, couple of good victories. Another one, Barisal Bulls, that are coming off a horrendous game yesterday. Mashrafi Mortaza, you heard at the toss, not able to bowl, so he's playing as a leader and someone who can wield the willow. We've seen him play a couple of good innings in this tournament thus far. But as he mentioned at the toss, his bowling is what he's renowned for. Not able to do that today. There's the other replacement, Darren Stevens, and he's in for Nuwan Kulasekara, who seems to be injured. He was mentioning that his team, there's quite a few injuries, so they're going to have to dig deep with those men coming in. Rabi, he mentioned, was probably only 60% fit. How well did he play the other day? Shoaib Malik into the side and guided the team home, guided them to victory. Well, this is as explosive as it gets in T20 cricket. Chris Gale, point to prove, got out cheaply in the game yesterday. And Evan Lewis, well, we've seen what he can do. A brilliant 100 down in Chittagong. He also perished early yesterday, trying to play too many shots, I feel. Just think on this particular surface, you've got to try and play a bit more circumspectly and leave the ball alone early on, play some good cricket shots, play straight. If you try and attack too early, we've seen batsmen adopt that method and not be that successful. And I think you've just got to bring down your expectations a little bit. Don't think it is a 170, 180 wicket, but who knows if this bloke gets going. But more around about that 140, 150 mark. Just think they need to bring it down a wee bit. Got such a presence as Christopher Gale and a record to match. 224 matches. Look at that strike rate. Just under 150. Best of 175 not out. 52 half centuries. Over 8,000 runs. The best of the best in this form of the game. No doubt about that.
That's him in the BPL. 7 matches, 410 runs, a high score of 116, averaging 82. Strike rate of better than his overall career, 192. 300s. Wow, what a pedigree. And supporters will be looking forward to his innings today. Even Lewis has proved his worth already, as Alistair has mentioned, with scoring a century in this BPL and 1,000 runs so far. 33rd match for him. It's just starting off, but he's a wonderful prospect. This is the time he wants to prove his worth. 121 runs in the 5 matches, including that century, 101 not out. So I think just the job for Evan Lewis is to just hold one end up. I know he's a naturally gifted player and naturally stroke-making player, but with Gale at the other side, and if Gale gets going, then I think you need one at the other end just to be a little more sensible about the approach. It's going to be Shoaib Malik to start off proceedings for the Comilla Victorians. We've seen him open the bowling earlier in one of the games, and heard from Alistair and heard from the captain himself, Mashrafi Mortaza, not fit enough to bowl. Bringing in that young man, Kamrul Islam Rabbi, who's played recently for the Bangladesh A team. Good prospect. Field settling down for Gale, a slip and a slip point. Those infielders. A Shoaib starts off. And that stroked over. You get the thick outside part of the bat.
playing mind games, Mashrafi Mortaza, getting a silly point in there, slip, just crowding the big man. Not a bad ploy at all. Most people would spread the field and allow him to dictate. So a great little piece of captaincy early on from Mortaza.
That little suspicion, when as a batsman there's someone in your peripheral vision as you're looking up at the bowler coming in, tends to put you off ever so slightly. And you're right, Mashrafi is full of surprises. You see that ball just the first one was the outside edge, this one was the inside edge. Shoaib Malik is going to be pretty happy with that. Even Lewis now to take strike. And for him, we have forward short leg, the other side. Both left-handers, a slip and a forward short leg. That's very interesting. Oh, spun away. Super delivery.
Yeah. A lick of the lips from Shoaib Malik. He likes what he sees early on. Given a bit of air, bounce and turn. Pitched exactly in the right area.
That almost went to hand. He didn't play it down. A little nervous at the moment even. Could have a good look at the bowling, see what the ball is doing off the wicket. Just gauge the pace at which it's coming at you.
There's a large amount of turn on this particular surface with the new ball. And a couple now have really ripped off the length. Go. Indication of that prodigious turn again. So against the left-handers, it's going to be very, very difficult to play. That one past the outside edge, a bit fuller. What an over from Shoaib Malik. 1 for none.
With another look at the two teams, we have two changes in the Comilla squad. Darren Stevens coming in for Noon Kulasekara and youngster Kamrul Islam Rabbi in for Arif Al Haq. But it's unfortunate that the captain Mashrafi Mortaza cannot bowl. Gale and Emrit Lewis rather opening the innings for the Barisal Bulls.
I think he might have had it in his mind to open with Shoaib Malik and maybe seam at the other end, and having seen that first over, he's had to make a quick change in his tactics. Mashrafi Mortaza. I think he's going to go with a bit more spin. Shugata Chowdhury is that man. He's going to bowl some off-spinners as well. They're going with the off-spin to make sure he's got someone that's going away from the bat, away from that outside edge again. Be interesting to see what happens from this end now. We've definitely seen turn from the other end, from the broadcast end. Now then, field has just changed slightly. Short leg instead of a silly point for Gale. Big appeal, I tell you what. That is very, very close. It didn't turn. He played for a wee bit of turn, did Chris Gale. And I reckon he's lucky with this one.
Feel bad. I think only thing that could have saved him was an inside edge. Did he get one? Yes, that's it. Little tickle before it went to third on to the pads. Otherwise, he was right in front. Superb stuff. No turn. Gale playing for the turn. Wasn't there.
Great spot from you, Shamim, and great call from the umpire as well. Real time. It looked like he was plumb in front, but slowing it down like this is just a little feather of an inside edge. Big appeal from behind and from the bowler. The umpire was quite correct in his judgment.
It's not going to be easy. You can see that from the way the Comilla Victorian bowlers have started. Always that puts a seed of doubt in the batsman's mind. That's head away with disdain. Stood up and he tonked it away. That's going to ease some of the butterflies in the stomach. and the first boundary of the innings.
Short, wide, turning a wee bit to make it even wider. That's an easy put away for Evan Lewis. Was able to rock back, wait for it and thread it through the gap.
Oh, he swung that around. It's going high, it's going long, and it's gone for the maximum. Wow, what a shot.
He's a strong guy, Evan Lewis. We saw that the other night, and evidence again here today. Short again from Shubhgata Chaudhary, and this time he's able to get back and heave it over mid-wicket. Have a look at that amount of effort put into that stroke. Big bottom hand in play. It is a short boundary out there, as Pat Simcox did mention. So that's gone a long way back. All very well having decent conditions to bowl, but you've got to make sure you get the ball in the right area, and twice in this over he's been too short, Shubhgata Chaudhary, and paid the price.
Has come back with a good delivery, the one that held its line, the one he bowled up first, with expectation from Mashrafi Mortaza that Shubhgata Chaudhary will be able to give the ball some rip. Has not really happened. Depending more on his variations of pace to restrict the batsman. Ends the second over, 12 without loss. Invitation was from Mashrafi Mortaza to the Barisal Wolves to have a bat first. Even Lewis has started off with a bang, despite that initial first over. Both batsmen were in spot of bother, but Chris Gayle just biding his time, and that's the wise option, because he's just flown in last match yesterday. Maybe jet lag, maybe playing after a long period of time. You need a little bit of space for yourself to adapt to the conditions. Sure, once he settles down, watch out. Chris Gayle is in town, and he's batting. Oh, another one. Very tentative little push forward. Lovely delivery from Shoaib Malik.
Gee whiz. If you keep getting the ball in the right area, it's going to be nigh on impossible for the left-handers to play. Really good stuff from Shoaib Malik, bowling at exactly the right pace as well.
I'd have liked to see that silly point fielder back. Maybe those two shots in the previous overs has put off Mashrafi Mortaza, but while Chris is still not going in his usual groove, I think it's good to have a close-in fielder.
Yeah, I think so. I would prefer a slip and a gully, or two slips, rather than the guy by the bat. I think against the left-handers, with this amount of turn in the wicket, that thickish outside edge is where it will go. We saw there that previous shot from Chris Gayle, skewing out to backward point, and I just think if it gets a bit more turn, bit more bounce, that could well go to that second slip area. So I agree with you. I'll just have him behind the wicket as opposed to in front.
It's not working the way maybe the batters planned. It's even Lewis just trying to control things with big shots. Gayle content to just bide his time. As you can see, intentions are pretty clear, trying to make room for himself and to try and play the ball through the gap on the offside.
Yeah, it's one of those wickets that you're just going to have to wait for the bad ball and make sure you put it away. Other than that, try and rotate the strike. Try and get singles, try and get down the other end. Big game, he knows it, Graham Ford, and he won't be happy with what transpired yesterday, and he'll want a lot better effort today. Going to be difficult to make no mistake. And as I said earlier when we were just on air, Shamim, I reckon you just got to get your instincts in check and make sure that you read the wicket, and 120, 130 even maybe on the surface is something you need to aim for. So don't get too greedy.
Wicket delivery, swings round. in the air for a while, but he controlled his shot and helps himself to a single to finish off the third over. 14 without loss. Except for a big over when even Lewis hit a 6 and a 4. The other two have been rather dominant by the bowlers. A good start for both sides. Bowlers getting a little bit of encouragement from the wicket. Tamim Iqbal watching the proceedings very early in the stadium for the Kings. Finding out what the opposition are up to.
Yeah, just maybe here for a little net, keeping himself in good touch. It's a long season, so after this there might be a bit of a break, and then I think there's the Zimbabwe tour, there's Asia Cup, there's the World Cup this year. He's got to make sure that he's continuing doing the right things, probably here for a net session, and now just taking a tea break and watching how things pan out in this particular game.
Well, I'm a little surprised that Ashwin Moses has persisted with Shivagata home. It's gone for 11. First over, didn't get too much turn. Didn't have the batsman in any kind of trouble at all. But you never know. You never know. Because you're lulled into false sense of security, tempt the batsman, get the bottom part of the bat.
He also is a great student of the game, Tamim Iqbal, and wants to keep learning. And when you've got the opportunity to come and watch Chris Gayle in your own backyard as a left-hander, why would you not want to take that opportunity?
And now this time, in this over, Shivagata home is just getting the match to grip a bit, the ball to grip a bit, just evade the bat there. A lot of revs on it, enough to take it away. Down the leg side, possibly given a wide. Yeah, there is a signal from umpire Masudur Rahman. But
yeah, different bowlers tend to partake different revolutions on the ball and spin it less or spin it more, depending on how quickly they can get those fingers to rotate the ball. Smashed away. Will be defended. It's too that short boundary again, and it got there very quickly. Parried by the fielder and saves the boundary. It just seems from this end that is not as much turn as the end is from the end that Shoaib Malik's bowling from, but that could also be, as I said, due to the bowler. Maybe he's not imparting the same amount of spin on the ball as Shoaib Malik is.
Kenyan, the fielding undecided with where they're going to put the slip that was there earlier, more like orthodox cover position. Yeah, it's just trotting away there. The extra cover comes in a little closer. Right over the top. Can't put a fielder there. One bounce into the fence. Chris Gayle is off and running.
Yeah, I think he's recognised that fact, Chris Gayle. He's seen that it's not turning as much from this particular end, and therefore able to play a few big strokes. This one right up in the slot, doesn't try and overhit it, just eases it over mid-on, one bounce into the boundary. Such a strong guy.
Well, he latches on. Watch out. He's gone for it, slices it, but it's lucky that he didn't get the fullish part of the bat. Might have taken it straight down the throat of that fielder at deep mid wicket.
It just collapses a little bit. Gets down on one knee, comes across the ball. Probably would have liked to hit it in a similar sort of area, but it was just a little bit on the short side. Just past the outside edge. A polite inquiry from the wicket-keeper, and the umpire unmoved. So end of 4 overs, 21 for none now.
21 is what they've got after 4. Have a look at what happened the last ball of the last over. Very close. Just have a look at this after this ball is bowled. Gone after it again, not quite getting hold of that one. Yeah, here we are. Last ball, last over. Just straightened, and he's trying to cut that, getting cramped for space, and appeal from the bowler and the keeper. The umpire did well. Masudur Rahman, Mukul, saying no straight away.
It was a bit belated from the bowler. I think he saw the wicketkeeper go up and thought he would join in and ask the question. Clearly no edge. It was so close to that off stump. The arm ball saw no revolutions on the ball. And just skidded on straight and nearly hit that off stump.
Oh, that held its line. Big appeal. And up goes the finger. That was headed, I think it was headed for the stumps. It was a good shot. Just didn't turn away. Played in just outside the line. Seems to me to be pretty plumb.
What a wicket. Congratulations all round for Shoaib Malik. He wasn't letting this one go. A prolonged appeal. He hasn't gone forward. Chris Gale, and have a look. He's not letting it go. Umpire, you've got to give this to me. And in the end, the umpire has no option but to raise the index finger, and quite rightly so. He didn't get far forward, did Chris Gale, and he's going to pay the price. Out for 11. 21 for 1 now.
Keeper batsman Ronnie Talukdar comes in for the Barisal Bulls, and they've lost their big gun for the second time in 2 days running. Chris Gale is back in the hut. Now, what's going to transpire? They are going to turn the screws on. It's been excellent bowling, particularly from Shoaib Malik. It's paid off. It deserves it. It's bowled a meticulous line and length. Has been able to extract some turn. Sometimes the ball holds its line. Batsman can't read it. Ashraf Mortuza, as usual, marshalling his troops.
Right, so Ronnie Talukdar, what can he do? I think he'll find it a wee bit easier because the ball is going to be turning into him as opposed to away from the two left-handers that opened the innings. 328 runs for him in 18 matches, best of 43. Leg slip in place.
Right back to the bowler. Have a look at the demise of the big man. The mat in. Just straight enough, seems to be going out ahead the middle and leg stump. He thought about it for a while, the umpire, but eventually the dreaded finger went up. Absolutely over the moon was Shoaib Malik. And over the top, the bat, oh, just beyond the reach of the fielder there, tantalizingly close. Gets 4 runs.
Aggression early from Ronnie Talukdar, taking on the bowling of Shoaib Malik. Just eludes the man at mid-on. Valiant effort, had to make some ground to his left-hand side. There he goes, he thinks maybe, big dive, and not quite. And once he missed it, it was always going to run away for 4. Shuvgat Om is the man who put in the effort at mid-on.
Look round the corner, just ambled the single of the last ball of the 5th over. Barisal Bulls are 26 for 1.
26 for 1. Once again, Gale misfires, and a very clever start from the opposition. Bowling 2 off-spinners against 2 left-handers. Brilliance. It's worked for them. They've got Chris Gale, the big wicket. And when the big wicket falls, the off-spinners are removed. The left-hander goes away. And absolutely amazing from the Comilla Victorians. Abu Haider, left arm fast, going to bowl over the wicket with 1 slip in place. Ronnie Talukdar on strike.
Yeah, got the right-hander in. I thought they possibly missed a trick here. The Bulls would open with Gale and Ronnie. Said, listen, Louis, you come in at 3. Got to have a left and right-hander in. Yeah, another day that might have stuck and got in the mitt. Been a miracle catch. Wasn't? That happens. Just think that right-hand, left-hand combination at the start, crucial. Those little things in the game of cricket, let alone T20, that you've got to shuffle your order and adapt. So I think it's so important that 2 left-handers, they could start with the 2 right-hand off-spinners. Crazy. And mix it up and keep the opposition thinking, keep them guessing. And see, that's out. That's an easy decision, even though the ump took a while to give it. Smashing into middle and leg. Smashing into Shoaib Malik in the middle of them all. Delighted, the men in red. Now it is all set up for the Victorians to go deep into the Bulls' batting lineup, having underperformed massively here yesterday. That was Sunday. Here's a bit of Monday madness. Crowd coming in, what have they got for us? The Victorians versus the Bulls. Here's a little bit of shape still. Swinging enough. It's going enough off the straight.
We're just talking about the off-spin and the attack against the 2 left-handers. How well did Shoaib Malik bowl? He gets that drift, angled the ball in, straightening up, getting spin, bounce, everything. He was... There you go. Have a look at that. Just spinning the ball from the right place. Perfect length. Not allowing the batsman to swing at all. There you go. I mean, he's been probing that channel. Just not allowing the 2 left-handers. And there, he was rewarded with Chris Gale's wicket. Back to live action. Getting into the first slip region. And he performed very well, Shoaib Malik. Up front, given the job with the new ball. And... he did exactly the same thing against England. And today, given the responsibility by him, the captain, what a performance up front. When you get Chris Gale, you feel you won half the game.
Well, the other thing about this match here, match 23, BPL 2015, is that whoever wins this is guaranteed of going through to the business end of the BPL. Victorians or the Bulls get through. Wouldn't he love it? He's back in the Bulls. Victorians on 10, Riders on 10, so are the Barisal Bulls. Run rate, Victorians top, then the Riders, Bulls are third. Have to win it here. Guarantee a spot in the playoffs. Malik finishes and tidies up. It's 29 for 1. And the power play done. Confirmation of the top 3 all sharing 10. Just the net run rate dividing and splitting, but there is a game in hand, of course, that's been played now. This is the 8th match for the Victorians and the Bulls. Ryder's already there with 8. You see the Select Superstars and the Chittagong Vikings can't match the Bulls or the Victorians. Whoever wins this goes to 12, so they're through. But that has relevance for match 23. Top 4, as we know, qualify and go through to the business end of the BPL, powered by the BFL. Mr. Stevens, welcome back to the crease. A little bit of right arm medium, keeper standing up. Starts with a goodie.
The Comilla Victorians won the toss and they've put the Bulls into bat, and this is how they started off. A couple of short balls and whacking that one. This one was way too short. No problems for Lewis to pull that one. And then Gale getting one pretty straight mark shot of his, and that's the big wicket. Straightening up and in front of middle and leg. Back to live action. 29 for 1 at the moment. Stevens is going to be wicket to wicket. He will be bowling that line. The Victorians batting first, played 3. They've won 1 game, they've lost 2. Batting second, they've won all of them, all 4. So chasing is their strength, and they've got the chance by winning the toss today.
It's been told that this is Darren Stevens' first little turn with the ball in the hand. Batted in the first game, so this is only his second game, Darren Stevens. It's one of the overseas pros. Only allowed 4, as we know, in the playing 11. Darren Stevens relishing the opportunity to play again and have ball in hand. In suiting. So, ringing the changes. Part of the strategy, Mortaza having to. Just wonder how much bowling we'll see out of him, particularly given his hamstring, his knee problems, his history. Hasn't bowled as yet, so that'll tell you something. Might slip in an over or 2. Constantly pulling up that knee sleeve on his left planting leg, his left front leg. So many issues with it.
Looping that one. Easily played for a single. Play with a straight bat. You're safest there. Stevens' start has been good. 179 games, his T20 career, 97 wickets for him. 4 for 14, his best. Kind of pace works in this format. Crowd is coming in numbers as the day will settle down. It's a working day here in Dhaka. We expect more people to come here and join us at the Sher Bangla. Again, a good one. Keep it onto the stumps. Just a single. 32 for 1.
Well, a couple of us up here in the commentary box are a little grumpy and disappointed because Christopher Henry Gale has got out early, not here to entertain us in match 23. Out again cheaply inside the power play. Gone for, well, he got to double figures today. He only got 8 the other day, yesterday, in fact. He's struggling all the time to get to double figures. So Malik, who change ends, spin, and more of it, pace off the ball. Even Darren Stevens with his little medium wobblers. Right arm round, right-handed Roney. Bit of bottom hand, he says, I'll have a chunk at this one. Much needed boundary for the double Bs.
You see, that's what you were saying. This could have worked. A right-hander comes in and he plays it with the spin and gets it to the mid-wicket boundary. That's what Ronnie could have done if he would have opened instead of two left-handers. Clearly, as you say, they missed a trick. The Bulls again round the wicket. We've seen the off spinners going round the wicket have worked against the left-handers. Hafiz used to be very, very handy against the left-handers. Sad he cannot bowl anymore. But Shoaib Malik has taken his place in the squad, in the Pakistan squad, to bowl and bat. Been working on that. Another player who probably Pakistan is pushing to start bowling a bit is Ahmed Shahzad. Three fielders inside the circle on the offside, two patrolling the boundary.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure there for Lewis. He's lost his big West Indian big gun partner. Rayad Imrit is into the side. So there's no Kevin Cooper in the Bulls lineup. They've gone with Prasanna, understandably so. So Imrit in for Mohammed Sami. Gone for the change-up, the pace. I like that because Imrit, for my money, on this surface, might just off you a bit with lots of leg cutters and change-up. Bowling second here. Toss taken away from them because the Victorians won that, of course. And they've gone with Malik with a bit of spin there. Zaidi, he bowls a little tweaker or two. So Stevens in for Kulasekara. They've gone that way. And Kanral Islam Ariful is out of here. A couple of changes for the Victorians.
Yeah, but what did Mohammed Sami do wrong? The only one change, he got the wicket. He was the highest scorer. Barisal Bulls had a lot to talk about with their batsmen after yesterday's performance.
Emirates bats, it gives you a little bit too with the blade. Probably that little bit more than Sami, but you're right. I mean, they could have gone with that, but they've decided to go a bit more with Rayad Imrit. Change up there. Can't get this away, Lewis. He's missed out. He's frustrated. 8 done, 39 for 1.
Slightly short, pulled away, but there's a fielder there. Could have played it a little wider or straighter. Danny, which one do you like?
I like them both. Sackers, I'll have them both too. Racing it down the main drag of Dhaka, carving it through the streets. No. And neither will Darren Stevens. He'll take it quietly like he will with his bowling. Can't see him maybe winning. They've got to get 4 for, don't you, as a bowler? The batters have got to smoke 100. Lewis having to be very, very careful here. Gave it away and lost too many wickets. Clumps yesterday. It'll be forefront of their minds. Has got a little mini start. Taken him 22 balls to get 15, so he clearly has to cash in and make this count for the Bulls.
That's in the air. It's way high. 2 fielders on the way. Deep mid-wicket wants it. And he's taken that. That's a very good catch. from the minute it was hit in the air. Shoaib Malik called for it, came running in, and he's taken a very good catch. Well judged.
On their feet here in Dhaka. Madness on a Monday, you know it. Malik, the experience, the know-how and the talent to haul us in. Just saying, seconds ago, Lewis had to make this count. He has fetched this from outside off and paid the ultimate price. Wonderful hands from Malik with a steepler. Not easy, but he made it look easy. Lewis, gone for 15. It's 40 for 2 now. And the strategic timeout to throw in the mix. Thank you, Razzie. Good work, big guy.
Well, just at the strategic timeout, the Bulls have lost another wicket and a brilliant catch taken by Shoaib Malik to dismiss Lewis. Both the openers are back in the dugout, and it's 40 for 2 inside the 9th over. Ronnie is now joined by Mehdi.
Yep. It's on a little knife edge again for the Bulls. Mention that whoever wins this between the Victorians and the Bulls here today, match 23, straight through. They're through into the playoffs. So there is a bit riding on this. Mahedi Maruf. Handful of matches, young man to this form of the game. Needs to lift all those numbers. And it's about to face up Darren Stevens. who's got the wicket of Lewis. Comilla pumped. Peace, love and good vibes, and a bit of V for victory as well. No run there, get back, young man. Hell of a catch from one of the best in the business with white ball cricket. Shoaib Malik, he was screaming out, get back everyone, I've got this under control. And in the end, made it look like a stroll in the park. Stevens, delighted, gets one. A little bit of shape to finish the over. 9 done, 41 for 2 here.
Lewis gone, Gale gone. It's up to Ronnie, Mehdi and the ones to come to take the score up, 41 for 2. Or spin. Ashar Zaidi.
Place for Sussex, I've been told. Lovely English accent. Gonski, yeah, boom, right in front. Takes the wicket, then he takes the catch to Shoaib Malik. Can't keep him out of this one. Oh, made it look easy. Tell you, they're not. Went an age up in the air. Come in here to make a lot of ground. A well-judged catch. What's Zadie worried about his watch? Or he just wants us to look at it? It's a nice new one. Part of the package. They're used for numbers these in BPL 2015, 7 from 7. Oh, love this game! Bit of flight, bit of goal. He got the timing right there with the wristwatch and the delivery. Crowd going bonkers.
Yeah, we just walked into that stroke, played all around it. Perfect ball after that weight. And off stump gone. So back-to-back wickets. Bulls are again feeling the pressure. They're not getting it right. 42 for 3 inside the 10 overs. And Comilla Victorians are right on top after this wicket where Mehdi goes for no score. Mahmudullah, the new batsman, walking in trouble times for the Barisal Bulls. They are 42 for 3 at the moment. They've lost their openers, they've lost Mehdi, and they are looking to build innings. Mahmudullah, Riyadh. What's going on with the Bulls? They've suddenly forgotten how to bat. 57 the previous game. 42 for 3 today.
I'll tell him you said that. Saka wants to know what's going wrong with your mob. Boy, he loves you, doesn't he, eh? You've swanned on in from Dubai, Sackers. Loving it here, aren't you? Have you been to Dhaka much?
You're saying because of my arrival? Oh,
Yes.
someone else came after me. He's actually playing for them.
You had an influence. You played mind games and ruined Chris Gale. Wonderful flight, though, this from Zadie. That left arm angle, it's what it can do for you. They've got the bowling arsenal up against the right-handers and up against the left-handers. Have the Victorians, and it's working a treat. Here for match 23.
That one kept a little low. She's got the same shirt as you, Danny.
Looks better on her, though, got to say. See you out shopping. Going nuts. Kept a little low, that one. 10 done, 42 for 3 now.
Barisal Bulls have not been able to recover from their performance yesterday. Wickets falling at regular intervals. Both the opening batsmen back in the hut. She might try and smile a little, but inside, not a happy team at the moment. Let's go down and join Amreen.
We have with us the Sri Lankan all-rounder Nuwan Kulasekara, who is representing Comilla Victorians. Hi, Nuwan.
Hi, how are you?
So, I'm fine, thank you. How the boys are getting along of Comilla Victorians?
Yeah, they're doing well. I think now it's very good bowling performance till now. I think they are doing good.
This is your first time in BPL, right? You're playing in BPL, this is for the first time. So how does it feel being a part of BPL?
Yes, my first time in BPL, not in Bangladesh. I lot of traveling with my national team, and actually now it's I feeling good, and the crowd is lot of enjoy this BPL, and doing well.
So this is not your first time in Bangladesh. So what do you like the most in Bangladesh?
It's the food, and the people in here, they love the passionate for the cricket. I think they are good.
How the crowds of subcontinents are quite different from the crowds of other countries?
Yes, normally in the subcontinent, normally cricket is very famous. I think all the subcontinent, they love for the game, and they play with the encourage with the players always. I think the subcontinent's crowd is very fine.
Thank you very much, Nuwan. Well, that was Nuwan Kulasekara. Over to Combox.
Thank you, Amreen. Darren Stevens just very meticulous with his bowling at the moment. No rounds of that. Passing Fox, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shamim. Slowish pitch, wicket to wicket. Darren Stevens makes it tough for you. 43 for 3, you can't take any chances. 10 gone. Amadullah, the captain, just probably going through his mind of what would be a good score. That's the big man. The cat, Christopher Gale, got out early.
The dab away beyond the fielder. Go through for the single. Mahmudullah retains strike. Then ends the 11th over. 44 for 3. The bowlers will be happy. It's been a wicket that has given them a little bit of extra encouragement. 3 wickets, Stevens, Malik and Zaidi Shkeri. Big shot, but he is way down the wicket.
I think the Comilla Victorians have really outthought the Barisal Bulls today. There's no doubt in my mind that their strategy was one up. Say that, oh, but a turn again. They run away, just the one. You can see the turn, beats the outside edge. And I say that because the minute the two left-handers were in, they opened the bowling with two bowlers that took the ball away, the two right-arm off-spinners. And the minute they got them out and their right-handers came in, they brought on their left-arm spinners, and this is what's happening. And it's really tough. They've picked up that it's slow and it's turning, and they've used them well.
Trying to upset the rhythm. He's going to hold out to a fielder coming underneath that one. Easy as they come. Gobbling up that lollipop is Mr. Kais. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, and it's the man that's in. That's the last thing Mamadula needed. You know, it's going to be a low-scoring game. We know that from the pitch. So when you play shots like this and get out, your next one walks in, take off another 10 or so. And Ronnie, yeah, well, easy catch. Straight down his throat. So out goes Ronnie. Gone for 19 off 23, 45 for 4.
Getting more and more difficult for the Barisal Bulls. Have lost their 4th wicket. Last delivery. In comes Shabir Rahman, and back around the corner this time from the captain.
Well, the new man that's come in now is going to have his work cut out for sure. It's never easy when it's slow and it's turning, Shabir Rahman. And he's there because the poor decision making, I think, of Ronnie. Think that he was settled, he was in, he was the senior man. You're going to score 130, he had to stay in. He had a rush of blood down the track on a spinning wicket, and he's going to miss-hit it straight down his throat, not even close to the boundary, giving his wicket away.
Zaidi fancies playing against the Bulls. He took 3 wickets against the same team. There you go, confirmation of that against Barisal Bulls. 3 for 16. Got 2 already here.
Yeah, and he just gets it in the right area. Just waits for them to hang themselves. They're doing that. 12 overs gone, 46 for 4.
A good reading if you are a Barisal Bulls supporter. 15-18, top 2. Ronnie going there, losing his head. It's up to the captain, Mahmudullah Riyad. Alongside Shabir Rahman. Shabir, a more fluent attacking player, but he'll have to curb his instincts. We're going to the world by virtue of pictures from Channel 9, live and exclusive to the rest of the world. Neo Sports in India. Geo Super in Pakistan, UK, we're going out to Premier Sports, Ireland, Setanta Sports, Caribbean, CWC, ESPN in US and Canada, to MENA, beIN Sports, and of course distributed worldwide by Elite Media. Little squared up there, not very confident with their shots at the moment. 24 high definition cameras from all around the ground, bringing these pictures to you from the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium here in Dhaka. It's an overcast day, but the crowds have come in numbers. enjoying a gripping game. Barisal Bulls pegged back after they were asked to bat first. Patrick, it seems to be defense on the mind.
Well, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The pitch is a little bit slow. It looks like it's not a shot-making game. Interesting attire. Being dressed up like that the whole day. Man. Whoa. I wonder how long it took him to get dressed this morning. Full on. Full on. Comilla. Yes, the pitch is slow. And so it's not going to be a 160 game. It's going to be a 120, 130 at most game. So you've got to understand that. That was a great delivery. It's one of those old sayings. The flight and guile really beats you and the spin finishes you off. Not the spin that gets you out, it's the flight and beaten in the air. Wicket to wicket. This is just perfect for this kind of bowling. Keep her up, hit back of a length, straight. You've got to play across the line if you want to score. Never easy.
It's Darren Stevens keeping it simple. As a bowler, you're telling the batsman, go on, take a chance. I'm going to just aim at the wickets. You miss, I hit.
Yes, in his pace, you tend to want to push forward as a batsman because you think you can get forward. You've got to be so careful to play, not to play around your front pad. Look for a single, I'll get it, no problem, to end the over. 13 gone, 47 for 4, 48 for 4.
They did have a good over when Evan Lewis was around, tonked it around for 10 or more runs, but after that, regular follow wickets. Bowman batsman struggling on this sluggish wickets.
It's been wonderful cricket so far in the BPL, covered by so many cameras. We've got all our cameramen around the ground, concentrating, making sure you get the great pictures. Super slow-mos, the different angles that are shown. Cameramen from all around the world, specialists, there to serve and make sure that they get the greatest pictures they can get for you. Wonderful spectacle. Hard working, sitting behind that camera, standing behind the camera the whole day. For today it's not that hot, but around the world, parts of it, you really got to be standing there, totally focused on what you're doing. Bloke over there, his name's Travis, he's a South African, far from home, he travels around the world, making sure you get these great pictures. So it's been a revelation, it's been fantastic, and the crowds have come out to see the cricket. Dakar's been good, Chittagog's been fantastic. I find the crowd so knowledgeable, yeah. Every person that's in the ground. Oh, that's a short ball, and he didn't put it away, just a single. A feast of cricket. Sprinkling of all the international players, that's what they're coming out to see. The likes of Chris Gale, who's flown in. Full on. Lovely to see all the women that have come out, and the colours, and the young kids. I think Bangladesh cricket's really healthy. Down the ground, straight to the man, and just a single. So 14 gone, 52 for 4.
It's been good work from the bowlers. Shoaib Malik starting off with Shobhak at the home. Shobhak went for a bit, but after that, Darren Stevens pegged them back with a wicket, and Zaidi has been absolutely exemplary. 3 overs, just 6 runs and 2 wickets. How's about that in any format of the game? Going to be a bowling change. Mashafi Mortaza once again ringing the changes. He's such a great leader of men and a good thinker. Takes decisions at times when you'd imagine, oh, why is he doing that? Suddenly it pays off, and you marvel at that decision. Thinking on his feet all the time. 41 balls since the last boundary was hit. That tells you a story. And he knows it, and he wants to keep the pressure going, Mashrafi. Rabbi, the new find. Tucks around the corner, just deviating down leg, and it's a very, very welcome boundary.
Well, I'm not sure he's got this right, Mashrafi. I think the slower the bowling, the better. It'd be better served to just make sure he keeps a little gentle, either the spinner or... Yeah, the quicker it is, the easier. Get it offline and put it away.
Kamrul Islam Rabbi for the Comilla Victorians, 23 years old, making his BPL debut in this match. His 5th match in his T20 career. Was part of the Bangladesh squad for the 2010 Under-19 World Cup, and has recently played 3 one-day games on the Bangladesh A Tour of South Africa and Zimbabwe. Short, just swivels around. Seemed to have taken his eyes off the ball for a while there. Yeah, a little smile on that face. Good prospect, Kamrul Islam Rabbi.
Well, if he keeps pitching it there, he's not going to be in the side long. Down leg and then short. Got a ball middle stump here, wicket to wicket. Ask him to play across the line. Just hit the area, hit a good area.
Well, short once again. He's just struggling to find his line at the moment, allowing the batsmen to just pick their spots. And I think they missed out on that, Shabir Rahman. The mindset at the moment more defensive than his natural attacking abilities, curtailing it somewhat.
He's got to get the length right here. This is a pitch that you've got to bowl the right length on.
Well, pitching it up slightly, and the batsman going forward and meeting it. Mahmoudullah Riyad, a little tense. He knows that he's got his work cut out. After a couple of deliveries, it's going to be the last 5 overs. They're only 59 for 4. Whatever the nature of the wicket, I think it's not a 59 for 4 wicket after 15 overs. Maybe throwing caution to the wind, maybe an option as they run out of overs. It's a good stroke maker, Shabir Rahman. But that back of length, just short of length, pecks him back. Does not allow any quarters, despite the fact he started off loosely. Rabbi is falling into line now. And we also heard that from the captain Mashrafi Mortaza that at the toss that Kamrul Islam Rabbi is 60% fit. Mashraf is not being able to bowl. He's forced to bring in this young man. Swings round and just ensures that it goes beyond the fielder. So a bad start for young Rabbi. After 15, it's 63 for 4.
Four down, it's tough going in this surface here in Dak. It's a new one. The top is gone. Lewis and Gala, West Indians missing out. Roney got to 19. He couldn't kick on like Lewis. Got into the teens and got out. Mahedi got a peach. Zadi. Lovely little bit of flight and guile. So they find themselves 4 down for 63 with just 5 to go into the death overs for the Barisal Bulls. Time for a bit of pace. Dominated with pace off the ball here in match 23. Sabir 8 from 14, and Muhammadullah, has he got some magic in him? He's got 11 from 16. He's facing up. Lovely bit of wrist work, and races away for a boundary at the start of the 16th. What a good way to get this over underway. Hello, Sackers.
Danny, I tell you, from yesterday to today, the only advantage one can see that the Bulls have is they've got 6 wickets in hand with the last 5 overs in place, and they can do these things with the 6 wickets cushion available to them. Otherwise, their start has been quite similar to what they did yesterday against the Superstars. Every boundary, every run is going to be important. The Comilla Victorians will have to be careful. They've got to be on target. They can't undo the hard work that they've done for those first 15 overs. They can't take it lightly. Looking at the onside field, is the man being pushed back to deep mid-wicket. You've got a deep square as well, and then a long on. These are 3 boundary riders on the onside. Then we've got a short fine leg in place. So you can get a 2 if you can smartly place the ball somewhere in the mid-wicket region, away from the fielders. Should be a wide, yes. All the runs are welcome to the Bulls. Once again, repeating that the Victorians will have to be careful. They can't undo the hard work. Barisal Bulls struggling at the moment. This is how they've scored in the tournament, 47.88% dots. And they've got those boundaries and some 6s available. They've relied more on getting those big shots in the end of the innings. If you speak of today, they've got 52 dot balls. That's almost 10 overs, Danny.
Yeah, not good enough if you're trying to win a contest in 2020 cricket. Again, gets leg side, disappears. Another boundary, much needed, thanks to the captain.
That's absolutely criminal. The bowler, he's bowling on the leg stump and he's got the fine leg up in the circle. I mean, this is going to be easy for any batsman, for any number. You have fine leg right at the edge of the circle. Why would you bowl there? The captain and the bowler will have to be on the same page. What line are you planning to bowl? Bowled one way outside the off stump. That was a wide, and then down the leg side resulted in a boundary. Struggling a bit.
Yeah, Abu Haider, he's going to have to suss a nice little change of pace here. A lot of responsibility for the young man. Left arm had a pretty good time of it in Chittagong. Very impressed with him. Approach to the wicket and swing a little bit. Too short and too straight. You get flicked away. It's rather too simple for Muhammadullah. You get into the hip of any batsman, left or right-hander, going to disappear. So he's fighting in this over. It's better. Get it in the hole. Can't get any leverage under that one. So it takes Muhammadullah off strike, which is a good thing now for young Haider. Bowled a wide in this over as well. So already 10 off 4. 2 legitimate deliveries to go. Trying to create some momentum here now, the Bulls, in these final overs. What can they post to give themselves an opportunity in this contest? Murtaza pretty happy with proceedings so far, having won the toss. There is that little change up, and there's a little bit of footwork, but not stopping. The single, it was tight. Yeah, he knows he's been naughty there, Sabir. I reckon he thought the throw was going to the danger end of the keeper where Muhammadullah was running to. Sort of gave up the ghost a bit there. A bit of footwork here. A pick up, yeah, and a presence of mind to go to the far end. And, yeah, had to hustle. I reckon that was tight. If it had hit the stumps at the bowler's end, it would have gone upstairs and would have been very, very close. 1 to go in the 16th.
Just a single to end the over. Big over for the Bulls. 75 for 4 after 16. And, well, it's also time for the strategic timeout.
দর্শকদের স্মরণ করে দেওয়া যাচ্ছে যে জাতিগত বৈষম্যমূলক কোনো মন্তব্য অথবা কর্মকাণ্ডের সাথে জড়িত হয়ে থাকলে তাদেরকে 1. মাঠ থেকে বহিষ্কার করা হতে পারে, 2. অপরাধমূলক আইনি ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া হতে পারে, 3. ছবি অথবা ভিডিও ইমেজের মাধ্যমে শনাক্ত করে তাদের বিরুদ্ধে আজীবন আহ্বান করা হতে পারে। Requesting the attention of all the spectators present at this stadium. This is to inform you that ICC Anti-Racism Code. Spectators are not engaged in any conduct, act towards or speak to any player, umpire, referee or other official or other spectators in a manner which offends, insults, humiliates, intimidates, threatens, disparages or vilifies the other person on the basis of that other person's race, religion, color, national or ethnic origin. Anti-racism code implementation. Spectators are reminded that racial inclusive comments and actions will result in ejection from the ground and possible further action such as criminal prosecution, identification by way of photography, or capturing the video camera of the images of such persons and lifetimes will be imposed on such persons. Thank you.
Mamadullah and Sabir 9, 75 for 4, 4 more overs to play with. Barisal Bulls definitely need 50 more. That's the first wicket. That's Chris Gale. Shoaib Malik bowled very well. The second one, Lewis. Again, Shoaib Malik in action. Took that brilliant catch running in from mid-wicket region. Well judged. And then it was Mehdi. Played all round it. Bowled. Zedis looked good. Then Skyer. Good catches taken by the Victorians today. Since then the fight is on. 75 x 24 balls, Danny. One feels 120, 130 is gettable, very gettable. We've seen that yesterday, we've seen that before. We've got to pull out something very special in the last 24 balls.
It's kept a little low. That's the problem here. You've got the spin, sure. But it's also in terms of the pace, the flight. You get that right as a spinner, and sometimes it'll bounce that little bit more, and other times it might just keep a bit low. Going back to Zaidi, like this. Zadie's got it pretty much right today. 2 for 7. He's in his last over. Finger spinners have been dominating here in match 23, giving the chewing gum a fair working out as well. Very good numbers these. Pressure on, and Mumadula's got lucky with a thick inside edge. Bowler left scratching his head. Boundary early on in the over though, helping the cause.
Well, you can't do much about that. That's the third boundary in that region. The first two were off the pacer, but this time against the spinner, you really can't do much about that. Inside edge from between the legs of the batsman. Going to beat Stevens. And just watch it and then fetch the ball. Runs are important for the Bulls. And whoever wins this gets into the qualifiers. They're an all-important games for the Victorians and the Bulls here. I don't know who she's supporting, Danny. Got guys wearing a Bull scarf. Quicker one there.
One to go in the 17th. Captain's on strike. Surveying the field here. Now got a little look around. Long on. Deep mid-wicket, deep backward square, long off. Yeah, you could sense it coming. He wanted to go big off the final delivery. It ends the 70. 80, 1 for 4 now. Good discipline this from the Victorians, because they've only got 3 extras in the 17 overs, and that's what you want. Discipline when you're fielding. No wides, no balls, if possible. Lots of spin. Even Stevens with these little medium wobblers. Keeper standing up. Dominated proceedings here at the slow man. Time for another quick one. Up and over. Wide open spaces, and it just plugs a little in the deep. And Zadie will tidy up. Crowd loving a bit of action in the deep.
A bigger part of the ground there. But easy 2 available. Still one feels the Bulls haven't really read the pace as yet on this pitch. Not quite getting hold of it. They can just work those gaps. Only one man, Sweeper Kaba, who's on the offside. Even the third man is coming in now. Lots of changes going on. Now, long off is being placed. Stevens is going down there. Is going to walk into the circle from this extra covered region. So, yeah. And he plays it on the onside. Well placed. But he's played it too well. He'll get one on the throw. Couple of runs on the first 2 balls. A good start to the over.
Haven't had too much to cheer about, to be fair. Double B's fans. Sabir on the charge. Walked into it. Shazad did the rest, so bit of momentum. Standing outside the popping crease, wanting some pace. Well bowled. Thinking of 2, they will. Placement's okay. And Zadie with a slide and grab tidies up. They're dealing in twos. We've had a hat-trick of braces here.
6 of the first 3 balls. If they can get in a boundary somewhere in here, that'll be brilliant. They can push it to a double figures in an over. The 18th over at the moment, they're 87 for 4. A 4, a 6 somewhere in there. Make it brilliant. Pulls that one away, but he's played to Ahmed Shahzad. 1 bounce to him. Just a single.
Oh, yeah. He's got away with this big time. There's Abu Haider. Tried something a little different there. Cutting type of short bouncer. Pumped away from Sabir. Now we've got Muhammadullah. 26 from 26. Crowd getting a little more animated. 88 for 4. Where does the bowler go now to the captain? Got him with a slower one. What a change-up. Smart piece of bowling from the youngster. Take a bow, buddy.
He was playing across the line and didn't even read the pace. Well, this guy, slower one, just rolling his fingers over the seam, and there you go. Decided to play that one in the mid-wicket region and didn't really play it according to the ball. So that's a wicket. We're just talking about a boundary or a 6 would do good to the Barisal Bulls in this over. Instead, they've lost their wicket. 26 for Muhammadullah, 88 for 5. The new batsman, Prasanna. Sikluge Prasanna, the right-hand bat from Sri Lanka. On strike with Ronnie has the ball. It's a good ball, nice carry on it. End of the over, 18 gone, 88 for 5. So 12 balls to play with. They have 88 on board. Still not in 3 figures, the Barisal Bulls. Don't know, they've been depending too much on Gale Storm. What is the reason in the last 2 games they've just been struggling to get runs on board, the Barisal Bulls? And this is the all-important game to get into the qualifiers. By all means, 88 or even 100 is not a score that you can defend on these wickets, especially a side chasing would know exactly what to do with the 20 overs. So what can Prasanna and Shabir do here? 12 balls is what they have. Start of the 19th. Oh, nice. Slow, low, full toss. Beautiful.
Rabi, you little beauty, on their feet. And Rabi with a beauty. We've seen some change-ups from the quick men in the last couple of overs, and this is what's required. Out of the back of the hand, comprehensively undone here with a cracker. Sabir Rahman, who was looking to go big, has been knocked over for 17. 2 fat ladies for 6 now.
Imrit. Quick single. Comrades bowled well. Lovely ball to get that wicket. COV Prasanna on strike. Got the experience. Strike rate of 157. If he can pull that strike rate in the remaining balls today, that would work for Barisal Bulls, who will help their score. Down the wicket and in the air, and he's got all of it.
Way back, baby. On the charge and out of the fat. They're loving this up there in the terrace. Tried another slower one, and it's in the slot. Well weighted from Prasanna. All that experience of just hanging back a little. And gets it sweet. 95 for 6 now. Can Prasanna and Rayad Emrit, who's just come to the crease, give it some long handle? Geez, they need it.
And again, but this time he hasn't got the distance on it. And oh, he's dropped it. He's been dropped by the captain.
That's a disgrace. Absolute shocker. So nonchalant. Bordering on arrogance, I've got to say. This is ridiculous. Guy's bowling his heart out. Young guy. He's just been taken for 6. And the captain just ponces on over and does that. Nah, not good enough. I'm sorry. I'm chewing into you, Mortazar. That's a shocker. You don't do that for young guys. Will that cost them? Yeah, he's got lucky here, Prasanna. They're going to get 2. Close to 100 now. 99 for 6, 1 to go in the 19th. Gee, there's been some great change-ups with the bowling. Seen Abu Haider and now Ravi. This was a beauty. Got it right, got it full. And Sabir Rahman bamboozled. Absolutely bamboozled here. Stunning piece of bowling. And then the captain goes and drops an absolute goober. He's got another chance. No, the leg, the limping. It won't happen for Mortaza. Going to get 2 as well to bring up the 100. It's 101 for 6 after 19 here.
You see right at the bottom of that graph, Barisal Bulls have lost wickets in pairs. Always been difficult for any side to recover. It takes a bit of time, and in these 20 overs, you can't really play with time. I tell you, 19 gone, just the 6 balls left. They managed to get 101 on board with 13 of the last over. That's been good for the Barisal Bulls. Can they get in a big over here and try to get maximum out of it? Till 101 may not be enough, but they've got to get whatever they can out of those remaining 6 balls. They've got 4 wickets in hand.
Mushfiqur Mortaza, he did say at the start he wouldn't play in terms of his bowling. So he's captain and he's staying in the side. Interesting, isn't it, really, because he has to have 2 strings to his bow, and he's mainly a frontline bowler that slogs it a bit. Yeah, he's useful with the bat too, but he has to bowl surely, and he's not. And then he shelled an absolute shocker of young Rahman. Ravi has bowled his heart out, and this is like lobbing it back to you. No, no. Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. Get around and do the basics well and finish the job. How much is that going to cost them here with this last over? One off it, 102 for 6, and now Prasanna is on strike. AB Hayder to bowl the 20th. Fine leg, third man up. Got to get bat on ball here, Prasanna. And he's missed out, he reckons. Back of a length. Nice little change up. From the lefty. Just didn't quite arrive for Prasanna.
Drives, misfield, dives over it. They will come back for the second. Prasanna is getting a few runs going. It's going to make the Victorians captain pay for the drop. The captain again, Danny. He's just dived over that.
Who's that? Sackers? Oh, it's the captain. No. Yeah, question marks have to be said and expressed. He's moved now to hide himself a bit, the skipper, and rightly so. Limping down a short fine leg. Prasanna. Half the over gone, the 20th. Where can Prasanna go here? Smart bowling, good stuff, good quick one with a change up again. The highest wicket taker is this guy on screen with Shakib Al Hasan. He's up there with the number one all-rounder in world cricket in the short form of the game. Shakib Al Hasan, 14, but this young fella, Abu Haider, is up there with him. Another dot ball. Brilliant over.
What's the non-striker doing? His partner is down. What's he doing halfway down? It's a good over. Smart over from Ronnie. He's been mixing it up. Few quick ones. Then he gets the slow one coming in. He's just keeping the batsman thinking. Prasanna unable to get bat on ball. Having a look at this again. Yes, yeah, he's in. He's made it. That dive has helped. Yeah, he should be safe. That would remain 104 for 6 with one ball to go.
Last ball of the 20. 104 for 6 on the board. Now it seems well short of possibly looking at that 120 to 130. Got to give some dues to the fielding side of the bowling. Maybe some of the fielding's been a little indifferent at crucial moments. You've got to think about too, they won't, because Prasanna was rocking back when he played it. And they've got to 105 for 6 in their 20. And that's all. Is it going to be enough? We'll know very soon. Murtaza, captain of the Comilla Vikings, pretty pleased about proceedings in the first half of this match, match 23.
That's what the Barisal Bulls have done today. Starting off with Lewis and Gale, both of them struggling to get the side a good quick start. Ronnie putting in 19, losing wickets in pairs. Maybe goes for 0, then a partnership. Mahmudullah Shabir putting in some runs, but then 105 for 6 and 20. I'm sorry, might just be way too low by the standards of what we've seen being scored in Dhaka. it shouldn't be a problem for the Victorians. Have a look at their bowling. They've done well. Smart bowling from Shoaib Malik. He was very good against the two left-handers. Start up front. 1 wicket for him. That was of Chris Gale. And then looking at the 2 wickets for Zaidi, they kept the pressure on. So the Victorians now, they need to win this match, get 107 on board, and they can get into the qualifiers. It should be very simple, 106 rather, in 20 overs.
You'd like that strike rate to be a little higher. Best of 82 in O. Sajid Islam is going to be charging in with a slip-in. Young guy making his way. Chris Gale, the rather large, tall figure at first slip. Packed offside field as per. Inside the first 6 with a new ball. Here we go, first ball of the Victorian innings. Oh, what a start! Eat your heart out, Sikandar Buck. There's the first one.
I'm still telling you 106, but this catch was amazing. Timed the jump perfectly. He was flying away from that fielder at backward point, and he did super to grab hold of it. The first wicket is down. This kind of performance can definitely bring them into the game, no matter how they do with the bat, but now they've got to reply with the ball and with the fielding performance. Yes, he loves it. The first wicket goes on the very first ball of the Comilla Victorians reply. Litton Das is out for no score, none for one.
One down straight away means Pakistani star to the crease. Ahmad Shahzad out in the very first over. Couldn't be out there sooner at first drop. Pretty good at this game, this guy. Very good stats. Over 117 games for Shahzad in this form of the game. Comilla Victorians trying to track down 106, now on 119. Suddenly the energy level is lifted from the fielding side and this crowd with some expectation. Ball number 2. And there's a little hint of swing back into the right-handed Shahzad.
That's the wicket. The ball was pretty wide, there to be hit, but he couldn't get it over that fielder. Sabir is the fielder there. Brings in Ahmad Shahzad. Usually opens for his side. Comes in at just a 1-ball all innings. Faced the first ball, back to the bowler, 117 games. He's got an opportunity here for the Victorians.
Hustling for 1. And they're underway now are the CVs. A little bit of nerves jangling around. The 2 men out in the middle. Litton Das gone for a golden one. The very first ball of the innings. Shahzad is on a single. And Imran Kay's yet to face a delivery. 1 for 1. 2 slips in. Because of the pressure on with the new ball. Casey does like to go after the bowling, so hence the second slip in, and not too many runs to play with on the board. So Muhammadullah says, yes, let's have a second slip. Lefty to lefty, I like it.
Just 105 left, Danny. Bit of movement there, enough to beat that bat.
Great corridor. The avenue of apprehension from the bowlologist, D. Fleming, from Down Under, who played for the Victorians Out of Australia, mind you. This is the Comilla Victorians. Here in Dhaka. 2015. Yeah, wants to go full, wants to induce the drive. Good stuff. Good bowling.
Victorians have won 4 out of 4 chasing, so they exactly know what to do here. Work is cut out. They've got the opposition at a low score. Though they've lost a wicket here, they exactly know not to make those mistakes which the Barisal Bulls have done this afternoon. It's just that last ball coming up of this first over. Don't have worries of getting high numbers every over to chase. Chasing a low total here.
Another goodie to finish. 1 for 1 after 1. So Malik is down to come in, see that Pakistani connection there, Shahzad and Malik. So we've got that. In at 5, Rabi and Mr. Stevens, all the way from the United Kingdom. Al-Kapali there as well. One for 1 in the first over. The very first ball. The Bulls rejoicing. Alamin Hassan. He gets it right, gets that length right, and searching and probing. He might have a few more in that wicket column. He's got 52 from 40. Bags of 5. I think he's got a couple of those. Wonderful economy rate. Extraordinary. In T20 cricket. So he's got Gale at slip and 2 men at point. Hunting up. Here we go. Oh, yeah, baby. That is a perfect place to start for Alamin.
Beautiful delivery. That's the new ball. It's bound to do the magic. Shahzad is looking for form. Been struggling for a while. Needs a good start. He's got that perfect opportunity because they're not chasing a big score. Been saying that. No need to hurry. Shuffles a bit. Deliberate play. That's how Shahzad does it. Grabbing the bull by the horns. Victorians 5 for 1.
And another day, this might have gone that little bit finer. And you've got Chris Gale at slip. This time, though, he gets a good thick edge up and over, and it races down to third man. Only Gale at slip. Flirting with danger. But he did flash hard, and if they say you flash hard, you give yourself an opportunity. Fast flying edge. Big shout, that's what he does. He angles back in. There's Alamin. Maybe a bit of height, maybe a bit of woodwork as well from Shahzad.
One just feels it was a bit of bat and ball. Looked pretty straight. Has to be bat. Oh, height as well. Have a look. Where did it pitch? Just outside the off stump. And just going, probably missing the stumps. Umpire Ehsan Raza feels it will go over. Standing outside the crease. Yup, above the knee roll.
Well, there's your inside edge now. Gets off strike. Pleased about that. Hobble might have gone that pad, that previous one. Very first ball. Gonski. Couldn't control it. There's a little bit of swing here for the quick man with the new ball inside the first 6 overs of its life. Good shape. Probing length. And if you're good enough to hit the seam, go off the straight for you here in Dhaka. Nice round 100 to get here for Comilla. Having a nice time of it here in BPL 3. In nibbling away. So Alamin will enjoy bowling to lefties up against Imral Kays on this occasion here now. We saw it in Chittagong. Relished the opportunity going right arm over to the left-handers with the new seed.
$132 Ks on that last delivery. Can generate more if he wants to. We've seen him do that. Dot ball to end the over. 6 for 1.
Confidence is a wonderful thing. Get one, you get two. Can the Bulls pick up another couple of wickets quickly to have the Victorians on the edge of their seats? Only defending 105. Another good full delivery, shaping a little.
Confidence, definitely a good thing. Reality is also something which you can't deny. 105. What do you expect, Danny? After a single, it'll be in two figures what they require. Yeah. 9 wickets in hand.
Requiring a big effort from the Bulls. I want them back in this contest. We all do. Entertainment of 2020 cricket. Can the opposition bounce back? Oh, nearly through. Fine delivery to Shazad.
And equally well done by the batsman to dig that out. Only bat on it. Bending low.
Crowd a little pensive, a little quiet. Expectations. This is out there, gets the first wide one. Dajadella just a little off there with the radar. Shazad has missed out on his favourite cut. Should have bounced back off the wall on the boundary. Fine little tuning of the field here from Muhammadullah. Fine leg up, square leg on the fence. That drop kick, pick up, flick stroke. Third man's the other man out. Better delivery.
Imral Kays yet to get on the mark. He hasn't had much of strike. Shazad's got all the 6 runs that the Victorians have. 6 for 1. 104 balls for the 100 runs left. Crowds are waiting for a nail-biting finish, which probably they won't get here. But they have turned up in big numbers, and these numbers are increasing as the sun is setting down. Look at that. A double-header, another game after this. Loving every moment of it for the Rangpur Riders, with the superstars up next. What a shot. Well done. Ahmed Shazad gets one. That's his second boundary.
The key to patience. Waiting and waiting for the opportunity to present itself, and it has. He missed his length there. Digital, it's been pretty spot on. Just the odd loose one that produced a wicket that was short and wide, and the other one there, Shazad missed out earlier in this over. So we had 4 dots on the trot. 5th one's disappeared through extra cover. Last ball of the 3rd. The men on the offside all hang back on the edge of the 30-metre ring. Fix the gap, well watched. They'll look for 2 here, maybe 3. Big area there. They'll get 1 for the throw. They do indeed. And Shazad will keep the strike. 13 for 1 after 3.
Well, Imrul Kais will have to wait further because Ahmed Shahzad has got the strike after playing the whole of previous over, but he won't mind it because he's got 7 runs of it. A boundary and then 3, 13 for 1 after 3 overs. He got to bowl the Comilla Victorians out. Can't defend 105.
Pinched one there. That's a good start to the over. Now it'll give Imrul Kais a chance to get in, have a little look again. He's up against Element, who does love bowling to lefties. Plenty of noise, plenty of colour, plenty of atmosphere here in Dhaka, and lots of ladies. Females are in the house. Bangladesh Premier League 3rd edition, coming in their numbers. Ah, the ladies, good stuff. It's not all about the blokes at the cricket. Here and bangers. Line and Length, Chapter 1, Verse 1, on the money.
.92 to go. Chasing and winning, that has been the key for the Victorians. In fact, for many teams here in the BPL 2015 edition.
Bit of zip there. You know, a bit impatient as Imrul Kais, just mowing it through the offside then. He does like to get on with it. Yes, he's faced 7 deliveries now and he's still not off the mark. Gives himself room. Wants to lace it through cover. Forward of point. Shazad just said, look, just calm down. Trying to ring him now and say, listen, please calm down, Imrul. We want to see you bat the rest of the innings. Bulls fans in blue. That's right, you're here, in the house. Godsky! Yeah, hit the nick from up here! Second one down there, Secunda Buck. Take that.
Yep. 8 balls for no score. He was looking a bit impatient. He wanted to get off the mark. He hadn't had much of strike in the previous 2 overs. And this time around gives that gentle touch to it. The keeper makes no mistake. 2nd wicket down. So the Victorians have lost 2 with 14 on board. And Imrul Kais is the one who takes the long walk after scoring nothing and facing 8 deliveries. So the Bulls just getting something to cheer about. 14 for 2.
both openers back in the dressing room with ducks. Shoaib Malik up to the Pakistani imports. Shahzad and Malik out in the middle now. Massive amounts of experience. Terrific career in this form of the game, Shoaib Malik. And he took a stunner in the deep, made it look easy. 92 from 98, you think it's a walk, a stroll in the park. Playing on this pitch, it's a fresh one on the other side of the block here in Dhaka. And he played on 1-2 to the left, over. This is on the far side of the cricket square here at the Sri Bangla National Stadium. Has played a few tricks. The odd one's kept a little low. The finger spinners have had a say as well. Alamin on the charge. Splicing the bat of Shoaib Malik. Got a gully in, as well as Chris Gale at a wide first slip. Wonderful length. Bounced and left them a little. And a healthy edge. Caught behind. Caught Roni bowled Alaman. 0. Showing the pearlers and the high fives. Zeroing in on off stump. What a superb over. 14 for 2 now.
For 2 after 4. Cricket all around the world. We just heard that India have beaten South Africa. But what a performance, Danny, from Hashim Amla. 25 runs in 288 minutes. He's broken someone's record, you know that?
Good on him.
He's broken your record. 25 in 242 minutes against Pakistan. You could play for the Bulls, you know that? You could bat for the Bulls.
Maybe in another life. Well, right here, right now, 4 overs have been done. 14 for 2. Shahzad and Malik with a lot of work to do. Emirates on the money. Big shot. Oh, I thought the finger was coming. No. Masoodur Rahman. Umpire. At this, the broadcasting end says no.
Let's have a look here. The umpire says it's missing leg. And yeah, that's very well done by the umpire. Glad you're not stuck there, Danny. Well done.
I think the height's a factor. Emirates a tall man. It's hit him above the knee. It's at the top of the flap. So yeah, good call. Fair enough. For the naked eye, I thought it might have been a bit lower. Pleading for that. Pressure's on. Mamadullah just having a quiet word with Mr. Rahman. Had the right decision. Snuck through for a leg bye to tick the score over as well. Just out there. Oh yeah, Malik. That's one of his favourite areas too. Behind point. Lovely late wrist work. Can't beat backward point.
Yeah, favourite and strong zone for Shoaib Malik. Backward point area. That's the LBW shout a couple of deliveries ago. Hits that flap above the knee roll. And he's just standing at the popping crease. The umpire feels it will go over, and it will. That's a good call and well played by Shoaib Malik. Quick single call. Oh, I don't know how close that was to the stumps. But it looked like Shoaib Malik made it.
Now he's on the itchy little noughts, wasn't he? He wanted to get off. It's a single. And it raced away to mid-on, and all of a sudden he realised, oh, geez, I better get going here. He would have been home comfortably enough. Suddenly realised, Shoaib Malik, I better get a move on. Played a bit of French cricket there. And Shahzad, that could have lobbed out anywhere with that leading edge. She survives. A lot of run-outs in this BRB BPL for 2015. Well home, but he, just for a moment there earlier, when he took about his third or fourth stride, he realised, geez, I better get going here.
That was a Bulls fan. Emma Shahzad is shuffling just before receiving the ball. There. Just covers the stumps at the last moment.
Only his second match. It's a very, very useful all-rounder. Wonderful changes of pace. Tons of energy. Raid Emrit. Searching for wicket number 3 of the Bulls. Inside the power play. Graham Ford. Bulls coach looking a little edgy. 17 for 2 after 5 here.
We have a game on our hands, that's for sure. Barisal Bulls 105 for 6 in their 20 overs. And the Comilla Victorians 17 for 2 after 5. Shahzad, importantly, they're on 15 not out, and Shoaib Malik on 1 not out. And this is the partnership you'd have to think that has to go pretty deep if they're going to win this game. 1 each for Alamin and Sajidul. So the equation is a simple one. Run a ball they need from here on in to get over the line here and get the victory. If Comilla Victorians do get there, they go to 12 points, almost guaranteed, in fact guaranteed really, of reaching the last 4 and getting into those quarterfinals. Likewise for the Barisal Bulls on 10 points now. If they can defend stoically here and squeeze the Comilla Victorians and get the victory, they'll also go to 12 points and will be guaranteed that final 4 place.
Nobody in the game has scored at a runner ball yet. That's what they've got to do to win this match. The question is then, how do they go about getting runner ball? Is it a couple of big hits to get that rate going? Is it bat deep for these 2 until wickets in hand? You chance your arm? Going to be a tough ask, folks, and I can tell you it's going to go down to the wire. Right down to the wire. So hold on. Every run is gold for both sides. Pedigree so far in the BPL.
You just get the feeling it's one of those pitches and going to be one of those days for the game later on as well. That side scoring the most singles wins the game. We've seen far too many dot balls. And they need to try and keep up with the run rate, because it's also one of those wickets that think you can get 8-9 runs and over at the end. It's going to be a tough ask. So they need to make sure that they're not leaving themselves too much to do at the end, Comilla. As mentioned, this is crucial, this partnership. Particularly Shoaib Malik. He has got a very, very calm demeanour. He's been in this situation before. He knows exactly what's required to get them going and get them over the line. Trying to pierce that offside field, Ahmedshahzad. It's still power play, therefore the fielding restrictions apply. He's giving himself room, trying to thread it through, because if he can get it, that means it'll go all the way to the boundary for 4. No protection out there at the moment. Down the wicket, just eludes the man at mid-wicket. Frustration getting the better of Ahmedshahzad, but he's going to win this one. End of 6 overs, end of power play, 23 for 2. For Mahmudullah in the Barisal innings, 2 for 12 for Zaidi. Stevens 1 for 9, Shoaib 1 for 15, got rid of the big man, the big wicket, Chris Gale. And Zaidi continues to have a wonderful tournament. We've seen him contribute with bat and ball, really been a real find for the Comilla Victorians. In reply, Ahmedshahzad's there on 20 not out, so he's contributed the bulk of the runs thus far. But he tried to play a big shot last ball of the power play overs. Just got enough on it to get it over mid-wicket for 4.
Emirates into the attack, and just always looks so much easier when there's a bit of pace on the ball. His spin going, got a chance your arm. He did there in the last over. Thickish outside edge, just spewing over square leg. Mid-wicket, nearly had his man. Yeah, the seam bowlers just haven't got the same effect on this pitch.
Except when they take the pace off it. And this bloke is one of the best at it. Really, really good change of pace, good slower balls. You have to reckon on this particular surface he's going to use a fair few of them. There we go, so that's the one variation. Slides the fingers across it. Well, you out there, but
I think it's a little dry, less grass than yesterday's pitch, and we clearly see that if you take the pace off it, it's going to be really hard to score. Good covering of grass though, nice. A couple of cracks, nothing untoward. Quick single taken. Yeah, it's good running. That's good running.
That is what we need to see more of. Exactly that. Take the pace off the ball as the batsman, drop it down in front of you and get down the other end. Have a look at that, right under his eye, straight away. Called for the single. Shoaib Malik responded, made it comfortably. Not only in this game, but in the tournament thus far. Not enough of that type of cricket. It tends to be overlooked when you've got big scoring games, 170, 180, ball flying to and over the boundary. But in tight games such as this, when you're chasing 100, 110, 120, they are gold, those singles. Really good in the previous game. Shoaib Malik got Comilla over the line, and this is the winning shot. Full toss, and was able to put it up and over mid-wicket. Relief. They were ecstatic as well, the Comilla Victorians. Shoaib Malik did his job, did it so well. He's done the first half of his job in this particular game. Bowled beautifully, 1 for 15. Now he's got to back it up with bat in hand. And we have talked about, haven't we, Pat, about the value of quality all-rounders in this particular tournament, because when they've been on song, invariably their teams have won.
Yep, and you mentioned Zaidi there. Cooper. There's a good couple when you think down at them, but man in strike, yeah, now I think he's crucial to the win, yeah, if they want to get home. Such a calm man.
He's got it through. There's a gully in place, not able to get enough on it to stop it from going away to the boundary for 4. Crucial boundary off the last ball of the 7th over. 30 for 2 now.
Well, you can see there, they're just underneath the green one. That's what we've been talking about. Now, you've got to be careful to try and leave it too late, and you want to try and accelerate. And when you try, it's when you lose the wickets. It's exactly what happened there. Barisal Bulls tried to accelerate, lost 3 wickets. They had to flatten out, then got it going again. Victorians need to watch this very carefully. Boundary in the last over was gold, really.
Gave the width, and he's good in that area, Ahmed Shahzad. Gully too close to get a hand on it, enough of a hand on it. Waited for it so late and was able to place it. And as you mentioned at the toss, Pat Simcox, that boundary out there, 65 to 70 yards. Lovely touch, lovely touch. That's exactly what's required. No 45, and able to get down low on one knee and play the orthodox touch sweep.
Surprised there's no 45, to be honest. Yeah, it doubles it up. Too. It's a risk-free shot that when it pitches leg stump.
Keepers should have done it again. That was the perfect one. Still maintaining a slip. Ahmadullah Riyad and reckoning that he needs wickets. They can nip out another one here, break this partnership. They in big time. In the gap. There is protection out there, but I don't think he'll get there. Waited for it beautifully again. Instead of hitting it straight to the sweeper, hit it behind point and found the boundary.
He's a lovely timer of the ball. And he uses the depth of the crease so well. Gets pace off the ball, or on the ball. Valiant effort, but he was always just going to be shy. Yep, he knows that. There was no, but just a little bit short, a little bit wide. But boundaries, oh man, cry for them.
He's playing well, yeah. Ahmed Shahzad got out in the previous game for 37, didn't see his team home. It was Shoaib Malik who was able to do that, but he's got a chance here to really get it done. Very difficult, we've seen, for new batsmen coming to the crease to play themselves in, get the pace of the wicket. So when you are in, you need to stay in. Here we go again. Easily done, rotating the strike. 8 overs bowled, 39 for 2. From overs 8 to 13, that's where it fell apart for the Barisal Bulls. Lost 3 wickets, weren't able to accelerate at all at this stage. The Comilla Victorians only need 67 in the remaining 12 overs. That last over that went for 9, the key. So is Ahmed Shahzad, who's there on 32 of just 29 deliveries. Very, very good partnership starting to develop here. They need to make sure that they bat for these next 4 or 5 overs. If they're able to do that, then they should be able to get this game done. But if they lose a couple of wickets now, really put the cat amongst the pigeons and cause a bit of panic in the Comilla ranks.
Well, he gutted with that shot. It was a full toss off stump. Just hit it straight to extra cover. Barisal. He's had a good series so far. In the air, chipped away. They look so comfortable, Malik and Shazad. They look so comfortable on the slowish pitch. Able to hit the ball under the eyes. Played late. They rotate the stroke well.
Four wickets in the 8 matches thus far for Prasanna. Decent economy rate, but in a low-scoring tournament, you'd expect the economy rate to be good. But he's the key here. He needs to make sure that he gets the ball in the right area and tries to force an error. Yeah, it's put away. Picked his gap superbly. Was a full toss, still needed to get it accurately in the gap, and did it very well indeed.
Poor delivery at this stage. Full toss like that, you've got to use the pitch. Again, talk about a boundary, the value of the boundary. I'm really surprised Chris Gayle hasn't bowled, you know. Bowled in the last game straight away, very early. All of a sudden, we haven't seen him. He takes the pace off it, does Chris Gayle. Lots of experience with his bowling.
Sweep shot again. This time the field are able to get around and make the save. But there is a big gap between the backward square leg and the man at square leg, and that's the gap that Ahmad Shahzad is trying to get. Ordinarily, they would be a lot squarer, those fielders, because you would have a short, fine leg in play, but he's maintaining a slip and deciding that mid-wicket instead of short, fine leg. But now he's made the change, so the short, fine leg goes into place. There he is on the right of your screen, and that means the man at deep backward square leg can go a lot squarer.
He's a wonderful sweeper. The ball is a short guy, so he gets down nicely, gets over the top of it, sweeps on length. Very good sweeper.
Another decent over, 7 from it. 9 overs bowled now, 46 for 2, and time for the strategic timeout. They lost wickets early, did the Comilla Victorians. Litton Das and Emerald Kays going for naught. And then Ahmed Shahzad and Shoaib Malik been able to get things going a wee bit. Ahmed Shahzad in particular, 38 or 33, has been the more aggressive of the two, and Shoaib Malik just faced the 12 balls but looked very assured at the crease at the moment. And that means at 46 for 2, they are on track to overhaul the total. 60 in 66 balls is the equation. And we've just finished finished the strategic timeout, and they needed a bit of inspiration. Did the Barisal Bulls? They need to find a wicket from somewhere. Need to break this partnership because it goes on for another couple of overs. I think the game goes with it. Put him down straight away. Presented with an opportunity, Tajul Islam, and he hasn't been able to hold on.
It was hard though, and remember it's gone to his other hand when he doesn't bowl with.
Yeah, it was hit hard. Immediately looked at his finger. I think it's okay. Yeah, had to move to his weak side. Not able to get the hands in the right place quickly enough and make the grab. Not afraid to use his feet. Radio, let's go pitch side with Umbreen.
I feel so beautiful here because I'm surrounded with all beautiful girls here. So hey Shundari, who are you supporting today? Barisal Bulls. Wow, that means প্রত্যেক দিন BPL 2015 দেখা হচ্ছে, right?
হ্যাঁ, of course দেখা হচ্ছে.
Okay, she is supporting Barisal Bulls. আর তুমি কাকে support করছো?
Bulls.
So কোনো specific কারণ আছে Barisal Bulls কে support করবার?
আমার parents বরিশালের.
Aha, I have someone right in front of me. They are supporting Barisal Bulls. Who are you supporting?
Comilla Victorians.
Comilla Victorians. Do you think they're gonna make it to the victory today?
Obviously.
Okay. So all these beautiful girls, they love cricket, they love BPL, and they love Bangladesh. Of course, why not? After all, it's a cricket-loving country. Over to Combox.
Thanks, Umbreen. Yeah, there sure are some beautiful girls that come in day out to watch this cricket in the BPL, and they've been thrilled with some great cricket. This promises to be another close finish because he's got his man. Really well bowled by Tajul Islam. Dropped one earlier in the over, but on this occasion, Shoaib Malik advancing and trying to play the big shot, trying to hit him over his head, and he's missed it.
Beaten in the flight, and the spin finished him off. And that is a big wicket right now in this game. They needed it. You sensed it was getting away. And to get that wicket, the calm man, Chubb, is gone. And, well, 48 for 3 now.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Asher Zaidi to the crease for the Comilla Victorians. He's been a real revelation in this BPL thus far with bat and ball. Played some crucial innings, and this one is going to be his most crucial. 321 runs in 25 matches, best of 53. But in this tournament, He's really played some cameos at the back end of the innings to get them into winning positions. 58 required of 61. He needs to hang in here with Ahmad Shahzad, who's looking really good, and try and get them over the line. Chris Gale makes the stop at leg slip. End of 10 overs, halfway, 48 for 3.
Third one down before 50. Both openers out for naught. And now Mullock, the gifted one, Gonski. 8 from 15, Shahzad. 39 from 35 holds the key, that is for sure. Zadi is in and yet to get underway. Half the overs have been bowled in terms of the Comilla Victorians innings. The chase down of 106. Dearly love to get rid of Shahzad with the double Bs. And then I reckon it's game on. Have to get rid of Ahmad Shahzad and put pressure on the lower middle order and tail. Muhammadullah, the skipper himself, with his off breaks. Third to be bowling to the left-hander. Good numbers in this BPL. Hello, Shaman. How do you see this one rocking?
Afternoon, Danny boy. I see it rocking right till the end. It's going to be, I think, a race to the wire. And look at the way Shoaib Malik just danced down the wicket. Beaten the flight, beaten off the turn of the wicket. Easy for the keeper, Ronnie. He's disappointed. You've got yourself to blame when you try something like that. Expansive shots without looking at the merit of the ball. Mahmoodullah Riyad will be hoping that he can get another quick wicket, put the pressure back on the bowls. The Comilla Victorians rather backed away, cramped for space. Despite that, he got away.
Oh, look, I know we've mentioned it before, but I'm very impressed with this crowd coming in Monday afternoon. Match 23, we've got match 24 just around the corner. Fabulous numbers coming in, watching this live. Not that far away from leg stump. Signal wide, but geez, got to watch out for the leg stump.
Yeah, look at where it pitched and how far it turned away. A little bit away, about 3 or 4 inches, but any other day might just have gone behind the pads there and clipped the leg stump. Never know. Ahmad Shahzad has got to be watchful. Oh, he's showing his intentions a little too early there. Dancing down the wicket, exposing it. Mahmoodullah equal to the task and shortening the length.
He's supremely confident, Shahzad, into the 40s now. He's short from Mahmoodullah. That's protection, but has to keep asking batsmen to either want to run down at him or look for a drive down the ground. He's now got Zadi on strike. That's what he wants. He wants to be up against the left-handers, does Mahmoodullah.
One more dot, one more dot. Samajh yad bhai.
Just waiting for the little turn. Mahmoodullah, not the biggest turner of the cricket ball, I can tell you that. Doesn't give it a lot of rip. Now this man, Kamini Silva, with his crew, the ground staff, really unsung heroes. A lot of hard work. Oh, that almost chopped it. Almost played it back into his stumps. Ends the 11th over, 52 for 3.
dot, boys. Give me that ball. One more dot. Come on, boys. Hit and big shot, boys. Hit and. Come on, boys. Hit and big shot. Come on, boys. Hit and. Come on.
The red worm starting off sedately. At one point in time, just decided to just cross over to the other side, overtaking the green one. Down the wicket, inside out. That's found the gap, and that's gone for the maximum. Didn't need to find the gap. It's gone over the line. What a strike.
Holy schmoly! Inside out to the biggest side of the ground here in Dhaka. Little punch with the bottom hand, and has gone for 6 more. Stunning.
Oozing with confidence at the moment. Ahmed Shahzad, 47 he's got on to. Look at that 6, the way he made the room for himself. As you mentioned, that's the longer boundary. Just over 90 meters, that shot. There he goes again. But this time it's going to fall short. Just slicing it ever so slightly. But the intentions are pretty clear.
Yeah, outside leg stump. Seen the maximum in this one. Up and over. Lucky he didn't get all of it because it would have gone down the point sweeper's throat. He looks at his gloves, but it's a sensible thing and says, look, I'm not coming back. Zaidi, you can now face the music. Turning back in and boom! And boom some more! Gotta love a maximum! Zaidi getting into the act as well.
The crowd erupts here at the Shirabangla National Stadium. They haven't seen 2 sixes hit in the same over for a long time. Zaidi says, I'll join in the fun. You're not going to have it by yourself. Ahmed Shahzad sashes down the wicket, gets to the pitch of the ball and tonk! Off it goes and brings out the smile from his partner. An appreciation there. Enjoying it in the middle, these two.
Yeah, it helps the equation that much more. Suddenly it drops down to 41 off just 50. 2 sixes in an over, 13 off the 12th and still 2 to go. So the bowler having a wee chat with the ump, sorting things out. Tajul, where's he going to spare this one? Oh, he still gave it air, to be fair. Take one and be happy. 14 off. 2 big hits. Inside out from Shahzad. Easy as you like, and then this a little bit of bottom hand from Zaidi. Similar areas, but left and right hand. One's over wide, long on. One's over extra cover. Clickety click. 66 for 3. 1 to go.
Tajul having to adjust to the left-right combination. Again, use of the feet. Saw him coming. Pitched it short. Intelligent from Tajul, but Ahmed Shahzad just taps down on it and takes a single of the last ball. That over. 15 coming from it. After 12, 67 for 3. Tajul might have taken a wicket, but he's gone for a few. The most expensive of the Barisal Bulls bowlers. Look at Alamin Hussain, very parsimonious with his figures. Wicket for 6 runs of his 2 overs. Show got 2 overs each. Sajidul, Emrit and Alamin. Those are the ones that are going to be utilised amongst the last 8. Ahmadullah Riyad has got his 3 overs left in his quota of 4. Just settling down, the batsman, change of gloves, maybe some instructions from the think tank in the dugouts. Brought out the helmets, I think. Pace bowler back on.
Indeed. Rad Imrit is coming back. He's quicker than you think. strong, tall athlete. Lots of cutters, but he does possess a very heavy bouncer. 49 for Shazad. Half century, buddy. Well played. Lovely late dab. The third man brings up the half century, the lovely boundary through the slip cordon.
Well done, Ahmad Shahzad. He's done it with panache and style. And a little bit of deft touch, the last one. Waited on that right delivery. Wait. Just opening the face enough, using the pace of that ball, and off it went. No problems at all. Looking very comfortable. Acknowledging the cheers of the crowd and his teammates. It's been a very, very well compiled innings so far. Not too many runs coming off the bat from the other batters. Good. Thought of a run. Not there.
It just emphasises the difference when one of your overseas stars goes on. Looked a little edgy early on. There was pressure on Shahzad to get a score here. Get in, get a start and carry on. He's done that. Now he's so flashy and powerful through the offside. Square of the wicket, up and over. So confident going inside out like that with this against the spin. So it's a good effort. Be so precise when you try and go inside out and slice it over cover. It's been strong and confident, moving through the 30s up now into 50s.
This has just stepped on the gas at the right time. It just took his time, being sensible about it. Wickets falling in the early part of the innings. 48 for 3, and then steadied the rocking boat. Eventually, as and when the opportunity arose, started striking the balls delightfully around the ground. Quicker movement outside the off stump. The bowler saw him going that way and followed him, and in the process cramped him for space. Intelligent from Emirates. It's not easy bowling when a batsman is in full flow, trying to get after you, trying to upset your rhythm. There's a pace bowler adjusting at the last moment. Just a movement of the wrist to take it away. Well controlled bowling.
There we go, and a change of angle now from Emirates. He's going to come right arm round. Dodie. The glove. Gone up. Gone big. Bowler and keeper. Can't believe it. It has gone in the way of the batsman. Looking forward to this replay, Shamim Chowdhury.
Yes, indeed. Disappointment for the fielding side. But what did umpire Masudur Rahman Mukul think? We'll have a look at this. Ball deviates down leg side. It seems to follow him. Did he get a bit of glove on that? Well, I thought it did. Good take behind by Ronnie. Well, another quick look.
Mr. Rahman has got that one wrong. Off the glove down the leg side. Yeah. I'm with you, Emirates. Feel your pain. Feel the pain after the game. Oh, these batters, eh? They get it all their own way. One to go. In the 13th, and they tick the score over. So half a dozen off the 13th at 73 for 3.
.33 of 42 balls rather. That's what they need. Ahmad Shahzad leading from the front. He's shown the way after a little tottering start from the Comilla Victorians. 54 of 46. Excellent. Zaidi, not to be left behind, has joined in the fun. Header 6, gone on to 9.
partnership dominated by Shazad. 25 from 19. Shazad saw touches of brilliance from him in Chittagong. At that half century and a 45. Those shots all around the clock there in the gong. Now he's got to do a job here and hang in for Shazad and wait for the right time maybe to go a little. He's already hit 1-6, doesn't have to do anything silly. But he is now up against Alamin, who fancies left-handers for dinner. Here we go.
Wait and see. If the batsman obliges, very lucky to be still there. Saidi got a little tickle around the corner, umpire on his side. Swivels around trying to pull it. Maybe the splice of the bat, not quite there, but a single results.
One of those surprise deliveries. Option, if he got this higher, needed to get it up more around the badge of the helmet. Had that pace in the splice and could have lobbed up the square leg, orthodox square leg, or maybe even down the throat of fine leg. Didn't get high enough. So he's got the opportunity here, the young fella. Have a crack at Shazad now. Well and truly set. 7 boundaries and a maximum to the Pakistani powerhouse, who waits and looks on the leg side. There is a man at deep backward square. Fine leg is up. There's long on. So there is some spaces where he's looked to. And Alamin tends to slide into the right-handers. Here we are. Flashes through point this time. For 1.
Hit very hard, and it was difficult for the fielder there to really hold on to it.
Against Select. Smashed it to all parts there in Chittagong. A great hand. He needed to get a score for his side, who were tottering a little bit against the superstars. Have to say, very impressed with the 2 pitches there in Chitters.
Back live. Another ball back over length. Despite being cramped for space, he managed to just pull it back to the square. I think as a batter, you're going to tell yourself, my team just needs 30 more runs of 39 balls, and if we win this one, we're virtually through to the next round, top 4. Don't take any chances at all. Why throw caution to the wind? Just do it simply, easily, meticulously. Alamin Hussain just rearranging his field for the right-hander. He's got a straighter short third man. Got to get a wicket. They have a chance now, Barisal Bulls. And he almost got one there. Expansive looking shot attempted by Ahmad Shahzad. Unnecessary at this stage of the match.
Another night, he had a little feather. You get that breakthrough. Not to be plain amiss. Victorians up the top there on 10. Riders on 10, and the Bulls in this game. So whoever wins this game, that's why there was lots of stuff riding on this. It's into the playoffs. Winning this game here, 23. Match 23, 1 hand off the blade as it slides down to deep backward point for 1.
Tell you what, it's been a good over from Alamin Hussain. Just 4 runs coming in the first 5 deliveries. Worked hard, this young man. Been one of the success stories of the BPL. Darren Stevens padded up, hoping that he doesn't need to get in there.
Just on this young man here, Shamim Chowdhury, pressed, got a bit smoother. Some work on his action there, loading up with that hand there. That was better. That's where he got it higher and caused problems. Still, I got 5 off that over. 78 for 3.
That's what's transpired in this, the 23rd match. Barisal Bulls. 105 is all they could muster in there. 20 overs. Mahmudullah chipped in with 26. Nothing great from the rest of the batters. Comilla Victorians make it look reasonably easy into the 15th over. They've only got 28 more runs to get, and they've got 7 wickets in hand. Could be doing it at a canter. Can't allow the pressure to be brought upon yourselves now with the loss of wickets. We get 4 wickets or score 100 runs. Of course, you're eligible to get one of those motorbikes. Flashy looking things they are, Danny boy.
I can see you and I on one of those. I'll have the white one. You can have the red one. And burn a bit of rubber up the main drag. .28 off 36. Cruising along are the Victorians. 7 wickets in hand. Truckload of balls left too. And they're rotating the strike. Yeah, do like those bikes. Shammers, what do you reckon?
You can have the red one. You've got the red shirt. Give them the pirate eye. Scare some kids.
Gotta have the red one. Open the throttle out, boys.
Complete madman here. Pagul.
There it is. The red one for me, please.
You can take it. Okay, the crowd have not been enthralled with the batters in this tournament. It's the bowlers who have dominated, but this pair have got something for them to cheer about. Making the effort to hit the balls now, trying to finish it off in a hurry. It's not coming on, is it?
Yeah, the surface, I can see what the ground staff have tried to do, a little bit more grass, and I like that idea. But when we've discussed with the gang, ground staff that is, amount of grass left on, the moisture, such different parts of the square, Shammers, and you know better than most. Probably this side, you think it grips a bit more, and in the middle, does it, when you leave a bit of grass on, hopefully there's a bit more pace in it.
Tell you what about the square. There are 8 wickets in the square itself. I have not seen too many matches in the international arena played on square the pitch number 7 on which it's being played. Looking there, right, virtually there, or on 6 actually. And 8 and 1 are hardly used, more for practice matches. The 6 in the square, even the 6 not regularly used. 3, 5, 4, 2 more used than normal. And I think the effort was there from Gamini Silva trying to infuse some more pace and bounce from the previous games. It's got underneath that one, but it's going to just trickle across now, despite the fact that it wasn't timed too well. It found the gap. That was the saving grace.
And even that didn't really slide on super quickly. Got near the toe of the bat there. You can see Shazad in that replay. Pitched and went enough though, and got the desired result. You know, I thought the pitch, a couple across, Shamim, whilst the players said it was a little bit too paced, and the odd one did rear a little and bounce, I think it's the way to go in this form of the game. And I think for Bangladesh to develop their cricket, develop their youngsters, and want to play well overseas, going to have to learn to hook well and face the ball bouncing a bit more. So I think it's got to have that development, even though Boom Boom Afridi was a little disappointed and frustrated with it. I just think that's the way to go.
Absolutely. I think you've got to make true bounce. Number one, it's got to be even. It's got to have something in it for the batters, and some maybe a testing times for the youngsters from Bangladesh. We're not used to this kind of bounce, and when they go abroad, they're really with the balls just zipping down. What do you call them? The balls that go past your nose? Leather?
Rib snorters?
Rib snorters, leather sniffers, whatever they're called. And when they are faced with that, they get into trouble. Got to get used to it in the country itself. That's played nicely. It's chopped away, backward of point for 4 runs to finish off the 15th over. It's 88 for 3.
Well, they were ahead at this stage. 18 runs required in 5 overs. You'd have to say that they've done enough of the Comilla Victorians. 61 or 52 deliveries for Ahmed Shahzad. What an innings it's been under pressure in conditions that have been suited to bowling rather than batting. He really has played a great hand. And Asher Zaidi, 17 or 14 deliveries, has been stable support at the other end. That's up in the air and in the gap. He's done that brilliantly all night as Ahmed Shahzad. Whenever he's been presented with the opportunity to score, he hasn't missed out.
This is as good an innings as we've seen in the BPL. On a really difficult pitch. He's coming under pressure. Both openers out for naught. Nobody's been able to score properly except him. Some players just kind of make it look easy when all about them are failing. And he's done exactly that tonight.
Last ball of the previous over. Shot that was as well. Just using the pace of the ball and placing it perfectly. Gives himself room again, looking for that gap behind point. There is a 45 there, and he tried to beat him. Now then, the umpire's gone upstairs. It was directed. Seemed innocuous enough, and the umpire just wants to check if he has made his ground or not. This will tell us more. Here we go, directed. He's plonked his bat in and he's fine. No issues there. Just want to see that it's down on the ground. There's confirmation of that fact. And it does hit the stumps, but he's made it back pretty comfortably, so no issues there. And it won't end in disaster for Ahmed Shahzad. Not out. Still like to see the old-fashioned sliding of the bat that we were all taught from a young age. We've seen Kamran Akmal in particular perish to a woeful piece of running, trying to plonk the bat in.
You know, Ali, sometimes I hear what you say, but you know, where we grew up and played cricket, ground is grassed. It's much easier, smoother. Where it's rough and sandy, it could get stuck.
You're surely not advocating for the way that Kamran Akmal ran.
I am indeed. Sounds a bit crazy, but I am. Coming back for the second. Yep. Now, did he slide his bat there?
Well, that's how you slide it. Have a look at that. Easy as you like. That's how you should be completing a run or the second run. There we go. What do you say about that, Mr. Simcox?
Well, I don't know if he slid it a long way, you know.
Doing it easy now, the Comilla Victorians. Not having to break into a sweat. They've broken the back of this run chase. 16 overs bowled, 90 for a strategic timeout.
Requesting the attention of all the spectators present at this stadium. This is to inform you that ICC Anti-Racism Code. Spectators shall not engage in any conduct, act towards or speak to any player, umpire, referee, or other officials or other spectators in the manner which offends, insults, humiliates, intimidates, threatens, discourages, or informs the other person on the basis of the other person's race, religion, color, national or ethnic origin. Anti-Racism Code implementation. Spectators are reminded that racially abusive comments and actions will result in ejection from the ground and possible further action such as criminal prosecution, identification by way of photography, or capturing by video camera of the images of such persons and lifetimes being imposed on such persons. Thank you.
The Barisal bowls 105 for 6, inserted by Mushrafi Murtaza of the Comilla Victorians. No one really able to get to grips with this pitch. Mamadullah the best, 26 he got. Roni on 19, and wickets for all the bowlers. They were miserly as well. Zaidi 2 for 12, Stevens 1 for 9, Shoaib Malik 1 for 15, the all-important wicket of Chris Gale. And in reply, 97 for 3, so they need a further 9 runs. Plenty of balls left, 24. And it's been all about that man in picture, Ahmed Shahzad. 69 or 56 balls. And has played an outstanding innings here in Dhaka tonight. And they should romp home here, the Comilla Victorians, and be the first side guaranteed of a place in the last 4. With the makeup of their side, who would have thought that?
Yeah, it'll suit them though, because at the toss he spoke about a lot of injuries, and he himself, the captain's injured, and a couple of injuries. They're going to change their side, so they've got through, and now you can take your foot off and say, oh, listen, we need to rest 1 or 2 players. We're through. Whether you're 1 or 4 or 3 or 2, I'm not sure that matters that much. I don't know what you think, Ali, but it may matter in terms of who you play, but you've got to really try and win the tournament. You can get through those top lot.
Yeah, I think it does matter to a certain extent, because they're playing the eliminator system, much like the IPL. And that means that if you finish first, you get a playoff game, but if you lose that, you get a second crack. So be very important that they continue on their winning ways and try and get in that number 1 spot.
Yeah, you're probably right. Guy in picture has played beautifully. 70 or 58 on a deck that been tough to bat on. What he's done well is he's swept well. I've waited for that the entire tournament, really. On a slow pitch, when you can't drive easily, he swept so beautifully. Changed the field around. I'm not talking about reverse sweeping and slogging. He's conventionally swept well, square of the wicket, then fine, pushed it in the gap, taken the bad balls, hit them for 4. Really played well.
$100 up for the Comilla Victorians. 1 down the ground for Ahmed Shahzad. 17 bowled, 100 for 3. This man's pedigree has been on display here tonight for everybody to see. Just showing what talent he is. And when he gets it right, gets his game face on, he can really make the opposition play. Slap down the ground. Will go all the way to the boundary for 4. Another lovely shot from the willow of Ahmed Shahzad.
There's a good lesson there. When he comes down the pitch, he comes down the pitch. He doesn't just a little one step. Look at it, he's 2 meters down. He meets the ball on the half volley. He doesn't try to hit that on the up. Lovely stroke.
Oh, gives himself room and saves the best for last. It won't go all the way to the boundary for 4, but they should canter through for 2. Or should they? I think he thought it was going for 4. So he's taken his time. Ahmed Shahzad hasn't bothered to run. And they'll just get the single. So scores are now level. And Asher Zaidi will get the chance to score the winning runs. Have a look at that for a stroke. And he thought, oh, I've got enough of it. It's going for 4. Commitment all the way to the end from the Barisal Bulls. And keeps it down to 1. There he goes. He's ready to shake hands. Game over. And then realises, oh, it's been saved. So they just get the 1. Yeah, there it is. They've done it comfortably in the end, the Comilla Victorians. What a professional performance. They are through. We can say that now. The first team through to the last 4. And they'll look to continue their winning ways and try and finish in top position. But for the meantime, they'll reflect on a job well done here tonight in Dhaka. Led ably by their captain, Mashrafi Murtaza. But outstandingly by that man in screen, Ahmed Shahzad.
And he's running to some form just at the right time. It's so important. One of your top 4 batters to have the form. We've seen the Barisal Bulls. Lewis was in form and he hasn't scored. Now Gale's there. He hasn't got form. So they were the form side. They seem to have waned a little bit. That's my feeling, Ali. But certainly Shahzad is running to form at the right time. And they're going to be a tough side to beat here.
Heartbreak for the Barisal Bulls. Annihilated last night when they were bowled out for 58, and tonight they wanted to give a better account of themselves. Good to see that they're not too dejected and there's still a few smiles on their faces. They know they're still in a good position, still have 10 points, but the coach and captain won't be happy with the way the last 2 games have gone. They need to find something from somewhere to get a few more victories under their belt. But for tonight it's all about the Comilla Victorians. They started off in disastrous fashion. Lytton Das and Imral Kays disappearing for 0 each. And then Ahmed Shahzad to the crease. 76 of 63 deliveries. Shoaib Malik perished trying to hit one down the ground, was stumped of the bowling of Tajul Islam. And then Asher Zaidi, calm as you like, 20 of 18. Another good contribution from him. So in the end, 106 for 3. Plenty of balls to spare and pretty comfortably in the end. 1 for 18 for Sajidul Alamin. 1 for 11, those were the wicket takers early on. And then they only had one other bit of success, and that was Tajul Islam, 1 for 32. A bit expensive on this particular surface, but he was quite solid on anything loose, was Ahmed Shahzad. He played quite beautifully in this particular encounter. He came in 2 wickets down under the pump, Ahmed Shahzad, and was able to immediately get on top of the bowling. He took a few risks and managed to get the ball in the gaps and in the right areas. That square cut